Okay, now we're going to look at a more complex order step, and this is a VB code order step, not a stored procedure. And just keep in mind that it takes, a fair amount of time to launch VB, and you want to minimize the amount of order steps that you're doing in VB, but sometimes you may have to resort and pay the penalty on that. So in this case, what we're trying to do is we have a setup here that we had a customization for the standard cartons to be set up per Tare. And for those of you who are not familiar with that, I'm just going to go into some of the setup options here. And this is utilizing some of the functionality in the EDI and the ASM module. But I'm saying this item is a standard carton item, means it always is packed the same way. And I want to generate containers when that item is on a shipper. And I also have so there's one of these compressors in each box. And you could read that here. But I also have added a customization here, and I have 10 cartons put on a Tare level. So this could be a pallet, this could be a section of a pallet, but basically I want to pre-build the labeling and the bill of lading and the manifesting for the ASM module to have this already done, knowing that there gets to be 10 on a pallet, and have it build it automatically for me. Otherwise, it's going to give you, a number of cartons per order. So simply what we would do, and again, on the order steps here, we have the generate Tare generation, which in this case now we're putting in the auto program ID since it's a VB tools customization order step. And in that, it's your responsibility. Let's take a look at that right now. And again, this is given as an example, but it's your responsibility to move the steps along at the end of this thing. So once you have finished what you want to do, and this is all we're building, all the Tare levels, we then need to advance and update this for any of the auto processing functions that need to be done. So it's your responsibility as a programmer to move the order steps along until you reach one that's not automatically invoked by using this method here. So let's see how this works. And very simply, I'm just going to go into sales order, and I'm going to change the order type again. And here I have to pick an EDI customer, so I'll pick a different customer, someone I know who's set up to want those containers to be generated. And I'm just going to pick this product here. I'm going to order 20. So in this case, we should get 22 cartons, or 20 cartons with 2 Tare levels automatically generated. And I'm going to say no. It's requiring me to have a project, which I'll put in and save. And here I'm now going to go finish the order so it generates the shipper and generates, in this case, all the Tare levels that we're going to go look at in a second. Okay, so now going back to that order as process manager is finished, we can go into shipments, refresh, get the shipper ID. We're at 377. And here we'll now go into the shipment confirmation screen, call up that shipper, which here we see is 377, and then go into the container builder portion of ASM. And here we can see now that we have 2 Tare levels with each of the containers, and the containers are having one of each of the items in it. So we now have built the 22 containers and automatically have built the Tare level, or the pallet level, with 10 items on it automatically through the order step. So again, a way of automating a process simply through an order step, checking all the appropriate conditions, and then generating the results that we would want. And that was all done through that example Visual Basic tool program that I showed earlier.